Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jihad TV. In tonight's episode, the meaning of the Islam-based word jihad is being used by certain media outlets to fuel the hate of Muslims and Islam as a whole. Popular media outlet The Sun reported 1 in 5 Brit Muslims' sympathy for jihadis, paired with a photo of the Islamic IC extremist dubbed Jihadi John, playing into the terrorist stereotype. This report, made to incite fear of Islamic culture, was funnily enough ruled as significantly misleading by the Independent Press Standards Organisation, stating that the questions in the survey about sympathy never even mention the IS group, even though they were presented as a fact. Here are 2 other headlines that similarly misrepresent jihad. The Daily Telegraph reports Islam goes postal, same-sex jihad, while the Herald Sun reports jihad bludgers. Give a glance at any media and you are bound to see some level of Islamophobia. This often fuels many misconceptions about the meanings of jihad, as seen last night in Pigmeat Productions. Pigmeat Productions in the US is one of the most consumed forms of evening news and is outlandishly anti-Muslim, but they support their statement later with their very own interpretation of what jihad is.
A recent study from our statistical analysts have discovered that 1/3 of Muslims that associate themselves with jihad are in the process of getting their pilot's license.
A recent interview from Channel 7 spoke to the CEO of Pigmeat Productions, William March.
Mr. March, what are your thoughts on jihad?
Jihad, 9/11, I see no difference. And neither should you. Muslims, following Muhammad, and the Quran are a danger to the security of our great nation.
Right.
Jihad, as seen in the Quran, are religious grounds that Muslims go off when flying into buildings. As seen in the Quran, fight in the cause of God, those who fight you. As you can see, their God is pressuring them to fight for their cause. And what that might be, the fall of the Western world.
Wow, thank you, Mr. March.
Joe Rogan, the owner of United States' largest personally run podcast, shows his true colours in a tweet supporting Pigmeat Productions.
I personally hate Muslims after watching last night's episode of Pigmeat Productions.
Let's see what our journalists have to say when interviewing an imam from Muhammad's time.
Hey, great to see you. Great to see you. Please take a seat.
What are your thoughts on the pieces of media I showed you yesterday?
What you showed me yesterday doesn't even begin to encapsulate the true meaning of Islam. My religion is a religion of peace and harmony among the people. We promote love, not hatred. Jihad means the spiritual struggle within oneself against sin. And this news channel that you showed me, Pigmeat Productions, and these newspaper headlines and tweets, they vastly misrepresent jihad, and they use it as a word that fuels the hatred of Islam culture.
How do you think Islam and the portrayal in the future has strayed so far from its original intention?
So my mate Muhammad uses jihad as a term to unite the Islamic religion. But clearly in the present day, jihad is used by the media to incite fear and resentment in society of the Islamic culture.
I couldn't agree more, and it's a real shame.
It's disgusting.
It's communist in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Please leave my house.
I will.
In another report, an article from News Laundry investigates the claims of gaming jihad, alleging that young Hindu boys were being converted to Islam through online games. Today's media just throws the word jihad into headlines relating to Muslims. In today's world, the word jihad is taken wildly out of context, often being used completely wrongly as a buzzword to further anti-Muslim thoughts. To better report on the misconceptions of jihad, we believe both news channels and viewers can adopt these strategies. The first of which is providing educational context. When reporting on terms like jihad, media should offer clear explanations of their meanings, which would result in less misconceptions. Another strategy to adopt is directed at you, the viewer. Believe it or not all media outlets are committed to providing balanced and accurate information, as we have seen in today's episode. Please take everything you see online with a grain of salt and be aware of the potential biases that might influence inaccurate reporting. Thank you for listening to tonight's episode of Jihad TV.